Good morning, everyone. I am going to probably be smiling from ear to ear this entire video because it is the week that Atlas is going to be joining me. I don't know if it will make it into this video. I have no idea how much I have to tell you, and honestly I apologize that so many of my videos have been so long recently. First of all, I have so much to tell you. Second of all, the change in my schedule has really impacted. I don't know why. I know I'm still doing the same amount of content in the same amount of time of the week, but it has allowed so much more space for me to be able to create content in a different way. And so I know that the videos are obviously quite close together, but I hope that you'll allow me to be as happy as I am about this and just kind of lean into it a little bit more, and hopefully you'll get used to it. I know I used to do Sunday videos and you did get used to my Monday videos, so hopefully you'll get used to my Tuesday videos. But he arrives this week, and so obviously I went shopping in my last video for a few bits and bobs, but many of the things I needed to buy were online. So those have slowly been arriving from Monday this week, and oh my gosh, it just feels so real. He's been having his tests and things like this to make sure that he can come and obviously settle in with Rome's. I can't believe it's happening. I actually can't believe it's happening. So I'm celebrating with a new jumper. I actually ordered this jumper from Beaufort and Blake. This is, obviously I work with them, so I always have to be careful when I show you things from brands that I work with but also shop from, because I get myself into so much trouble that way, because I think, oh my gosh, no, I don't have to mark this as an ad, and I absolutely do. And so this would constitute being an ad because I work with the brand. But I saw this jumper and I kind of ummed and ahed about it. I was like, do I need another jumper? But I just loved it so much, and the tones are like my favorite tones ever. Like there's a little bit of chalky in there, there's the oatmeal. These are like my favorite wintry color palette for this time of year. Popped it over a Beaufort and Blake shirt. I also treated myself to a size up in their suede jeans, in my white ones, because I wanted something a little bit more like loose fitting like this. These are like an ecru colour, so they're a bit more beigey, and these are longer. I actually might get these taken up because I wear them so much and they're a bit too long for me. They don't really look right with ballet flats. So I might actually take these, have them taken up, even though these are cheap as chips, these jeans. Anyway, that is not what I'm telling you about. So basically, Atlas arrives this week, and I'm going to be opening a few of the bits that I have bought for him. One of the things hasn't arrived. I know that there are so many people that are like a little bit worried about me changing his name and things like that. I also want you to know that horses change their names all the time. Even Romeo has changed his name and changed it back to his stable name. So it's weird when you know a horse as something. I think that's the thing that's difficult. However, if there's one thing I'm not precious about, it's what I call my horse, in all honesty. He could tell me his name was Frank for all I care. It is up to him. And so I've ordered him a head collar which says Colin on one side and Atlas on the other side, and I am just going to let him decide. He will tell me, and I am totally not precious about that. I feel like I sound really airy-fairy when I say this, but there was just this, it really struck out at me when Charlie told me his like stable name, that because he's this big gentle giant, and also he's going to be a bit of a sort of guiding force on my riding journey, it just seemed like that really suited him. However, I'm fully embracing the fact, you know, Colin Firth, not mad about that either. I don't mind. But when he gets here and he's settled, I am so sure that he will let me know, and I won't have to worry about a thing, and neither will you guys. I am totally not going to be precious about anything like that. At the moment, as far as I've heard from Claudia, we are getting a bit of a glow up to our paddock for them, which is wonderful. And we've just been slowly moving stuff there and moving in, and then the day will be arriving. I hope I get to show you at least him arriving, but there's obviously going to be so much happening. I can't quite believe it. So I thought I'd show you some of the bits that I ordered. I ordered from Premier Equine. Now I know I said that I don't really order a lot of stuff in January. However, when you get a new puppy or animal, there is usually bits. Oh, we've gone a bit blurry. Hello. Hello. There is a lot of bits and bobs that you do have to buy, and whilst he is coming with I believe his saddle, 2 bridles, some rugs perhaps. I got him a new rug. He needed some saddle pads and he needed some head collars. He needed lots of things. So I placed an order, all right? I'm just justifying it. So I thought I'd show you what I ordered, because these are his colours. I've done his colours, and these are his colours, I've decided. I also want to say, I know that there will be people that will say things like, you know, owning a horse is so much more than just the colours and things that they wear. I obviously know that. But when you're doing something, when you're getting something for the first time, or you're doing something new, you do get a bit excited and you want them to have lovely things. And so just indulge me whilst I do this, but I am fully aware that the most important thing is that he is a happy chap. And that's all that matters to me. If he gets these grubby and ruins them, I don't mind, as long as he is happy. Even if they look good for a second, hopefully that will be worth it. So I've ordered a few colours of saddle pads, and I've decided that I really like burgundy on him. So the first one that I ordered, oh my goodness me, is a big boy. Oh my gosh, there's saddle pads everywhere. So the first colour that I ordered is this burgundy one from Premier Equine. This will look so wonderful against his colouring. Now, he looks like a grey, but he's a skewbald, so if you look closely you'll see that he's got just like some darker patches, but for the most part he looks like a grey. So it gives you lots of options, I think, and I just thought the burgundy would be so lovely on him. I also got him a head collar and lead rope to match. So this is the lead rope, as you can see, which is actually a slightly different colour, which I wasn't expecting. And then I got him so the burgundy's a little bit different in colour, I have to be honest. So that's more of like a purpley burgundy, but it did say it was the same colour. I got him a snuggly head collar, because he's going to want a snuggly one. Everyone would want a snuggly head collar. So I thought this one would be really lovely and soft on him, as it's colder at the moment as well. And just to not, you know, just to be, you know, like when you want to put your snuggly stuff on, this is the snuggly one. So he's got a little navy one as well, and a navy lead rope. Nice matching, because I think sometimes, especially because he's a boy, he's going to want to be sort of lads and that kind of stuff. So I obviously also got him a navy saddle pad too, for him to be a little smarty pants. And then the final one I got him is more for him to be able to match me. But I loved this so blooming much. This is a little chocolate one, because obviously I've got my chocolate champion equestrian custom made hat, and I've got my chocolate boots as well. And I loved that this had like a little bit of grip on it too. And so this is a little bit of a smarty pants one as well, because this is a shearling saddle pad for him. But I loved the colours so much, it's so rich, and with his saddle I think this will just look really nice on him. So those are a few little bits that I just thought I would get, because he's not coming with saddle pads, he needed them anyway. And his head collar, I just thought, let's get him something that's fresh and new. And so those are a few bits. It's been a madhouse. There's been so many things arriving for him, and I'm just getting everything loaded into my stable car, which is obviously going to be my Defender, which I think is going to put that car to such good use as well. So I need to get that loaded up with his wheelbarrow, his supplements, and these bits and bobs, because we've got like things at the stables where we can keep it all, so I can choose what he's wearing that day and that kind of thing. So I'm going to actually keep these in their little holders, although famous last words, can I actually get these back in? I would say though, I'm quite shocked that some of these blues are different. I would have thought that they would do like the burgundy and all the same colour, but there's slight variations to the colours in these, and I thought I was getting almost like full sets, so like a head collar and then a matching saddle pad, but who knows, who knows. I have to say, I can't quite believe it, the time has come. I cannot quite believe it. It's just going to be so surreal. I've got my timetable of all of the days that I'll be doing with him, all of the jobs and things like that, because one of the things that's most important to me is like building that bond with him. It's going to be something that I've never really done before. I've never had sort of the opportunity to, and now that, you know, this is going to be the case, I can't quite believe it. Can't quite believe it. So saddle pads here. All of these, I'm going to take these down to the car and start loading up the Defender. The next thing to arrive is one of my supplements. Luckily, Claudia had the other one already because it's out of stock. But this is their Herbal Total supplement, and this is basically like who knew that horses took supplements, but they do, and they're super sensitive to it. You can honestly transform the condition, health, rideability, and obviously don't quote me on technical terms, just from adjusting the tiniest things in their diets and introducing. They're such sensitive animals. It is really like such a fascinating journey. And so this one is a bit of an all-rounder. And then we have another one as well that Claudia has. This is from the Natural Horse Supplement.co.uk. Herbal Total, yeast-free. It's got linseed, seaweed, rose hips, mag oxide, lots of stuff. And the thing that I find with horse things, they all smell so nice. Like haylage. Oh my gosh. It smells so good, sometimes I could like eat it, and this is no different. It smells so good, so that's got to go in the kit as well. Speaking of supplements, I've got my discount code which is live for Hairburst at the moment, which is Lydia HB, and you'll know I've been sort of fine-tuning my supplements recently and also like slimming them down, because I realised I was taking ashwagandha, and ashwagandha is also in their Advanced Plus hair formula. Now I switched from the hair, I've literally been taking these for, it must be like nearly 3 years. I was on their gummies, and I have made the switch over to their more natural supplement, which comes in these capsules. It's my new pot. I've got an active pot here. Where is it? In here. So this is the pot that I'm actually using at the moment. These are their more natural hair formula supplements, and you take 4 of these per day. I tend to try and take 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, mix them in with something I'm drinking. In fact, my husband is supposed to be making me a smoothie at some point today, so these will be going straight into that. I love the fact that they're capsules. You can break them off into whatever it is you're drinking, and I do, just to make it a little bit more manageable and also break it up, I do it in the morning and I do it in the evening. That works really well for me. You can do it whichever way you want. The code Lydia HB will get you 10% off site-wide, but there is also a offer on where if you sign up, so they now offer a subscription service basically, and so if you sign up, you receive, I believe it's like up to 20%, it's like a 20% saving on your supplements, but you also get the Hairburst Long and Healthy Hair Mask, which is absolutely incredible. It is honestly enriched with so many products. It's got black oat extract, avocado oil, I believe there's coconut oil in there as well, all things that are known to work wonders for your hair. And you'll know that this is a brand that I've utilised so much over the years, because I always believe that you should be working from the inside and the outside. So it comes with the mask, and it also comes with their lash and brow serum. Now I think this is such a good option because I really like the applicator. Sorry, phone call, 1 second. Lydia HB, and I'll link it down below. It is now much later on in the day, apologies. I had to take that phone call. What I was saying was, you basically make a saving on your 3-month Advanced Plus subscription, and the saving is up to 20% off, but you also get the lash and brow serum, which I personally love the applicator of, and also this is another hormone-free lash and brow serum, which are always ones that you should look for, but you also get a free mask, which for me, masking has always been a huge part of my hair. I freshly washed my hair today and used my Hairburst mask as well, and it's a huge part of keeping the ends of my hair moisturized and improving the just look and feel of my hair. So to get one free, very lovely, but also when you do the 3-month renewal, you will get another lash and brow serum free each time. I also have my discount code, which is Lydia HB, and that will get you 10% off site-wide. So if you wanted to pick up your favorite shampoo and conditioner, you can do so. If you wanted to pick up just a top up of your vitamins, you can do that. If you wanted to pick up another type of vitamin, the gummies, for example, hair serums, masks, anything you want, basically site-wide, you can get 10% off. So it's a good little way to get some supplements in. And just as a note, I feel like when talking about the supplements with horses, they can make a huge difference. And I always think that on your hair health journey, for me, it just seemed counterintuitive to be doing all of the work to the outside and not focusing on the inside, when literally your hair comes from inside your body. So I wanted to always be standing it in the best possible stead to ensure that my hair is actually just healthy from the inside out. So supplements, and then looking after your hair when it is on the outside of your body too, with good hair care, good ingredients, and just being kind to your hair as well. And I think we've all been on this journey with me over the last few years of getting my hair to where it is now, and it means the world to me when you guys message me and you're like, wow, I don't think I've ever seen your hair look like this. I appreciate that so much. And so it's joyful for me to be able to share some of the products that have helped me get there, and also share with you how my approach to supplementing changes. Obviously, I naturally started off, sorry, my phone is pinging next to me because all of this stuff is arriving, and Claudia and I are like basically lining up our schedules to ensure that we're all available like over the weekend. But yes, basically my journey with supplements started pretty much with the Hair Burst gummies. That for a long time, that was the only supplement I was taking. And then as my diet changed last year, it's been amazing to be able to combine what I was doing with a lot of supplements into almost one entire, this is the old one, I keep opening up the new one, sorry, this is the one that I'm using. I've combined a lot of the supplements that I was using into one capsule, and just from B vitamins to ashwagandha to even introducing reishi mushroom as well. I think that's one of the main ones in here. Those are incredibly helpful for someone like me who has issues with their hormones. And so being able to just simplify things in that way and add them to smoothies, add them to whatever it is I fancy to make the ritual of my supplements so much easier has been wonderful. But if you want the gummies, I've got 10% off. If you want a subscription, you can do so. I like the idea of taking something off of my brain and just having it sent to my house. I don't want to cause myself more faff with all of the things I have to think about in general life. Like, just, life is life, there's so much. So where I can take the edge off, I love a subscription service, whether that's skincare, whether that's hair care, whether that is supplements, I will take the edge off. It is also getting dark, so I need to start getting all of my bits and bobs for Atlas loaded into the car. And I need to show you my new wheels. I've got some new wheels. Say hello to my new wheels. So that is my 300-litre stable wheelbarrow that I need to now try and get into my stable car. This is going to be interesting. Well, I've fallen at the first hurdle. There I was going to come on here and say, you know what they say about horse girls? They're tougher than a lot of girls. And I was going to get that wheelbarrow around here and put it in the back, and I can't. I need my husband. Okay, that's gonna fit in there, isn't it?
Maybe on the side. Let's have a look. Might go in. So sideways.
No.
Oh, walk that way.
No. So it might need to go around the other way with these sticking through the thing.
Should have brought a 110.
No,
said it at the time.
110. Bloody hell, it's so heavy. It's in.
I'm stuck.
Are you?
Yeah.
Careful.
It's a good job I've been doing mobility training.
Right. pads in there. And the final thing, for now anyway, my supplements. Not mine. I'm not putting hair burst in there. I'm going to go and get the horse supplements. It smells so good. That is it for now. Yay! Mr. Millen Gordon is on smoothie duty. And he is making a smoothie of destiny.
Is it these you want to try and use?
Yes, sunflower seeds, please.
What do you want, these or these?
I go with the sunflower seeds because they're the ones that we've got loads of.
Okay, so I've got all my bits out.
Yeah.
This is going to be fruit and nut smoothie.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got bananas,
Yeah.
carrots,
Yeah.
blueberries, raspberries, and then we're going to be using some
Goji berries,
pistachios,
sunflower
seeds, fir, poppy seeds, honey, and peanut butter.
And soup and some microgreens.
And thanks to your recent seeding, I'm going to be chucking a little bit of microgreens.
Yes. And then for me, you're going to put in my Advanced Plus hair formula.
Yes.
Thank you.
You ready?
Yes.
Because I don't mess around when I get going.
we know, Mr. Millen Gordon, we know.
So these are just getting used up, so there's a little too many blueberries really, but
It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be lovely.
Might suggest that we have half each and save the other half for tomorrow.
There's some frozen blackberries in the fridge.
There is. I feel like we've got a very good amount.
A very good enough.
Banana.
Nana.
This really leans into speed and agility when you're doing a smoothie because you can just throw it in how you want.
Yeah.
And you have a mix. That's that done with.
Yeah. You're a sadist.
It's always important to get good measurements, so you just randomly do a bit like that. Some of them. Already measured out.
Not too much.
Good luck. And honey, just have a little dash of this.
I want you to know that's not even a tablespoon of honey that you've put in there.
Okay, let's have a look.
It's not.
You'd be shooketh when you see it.
Sugar.
Always important to mix your peanut butter, okay? Oil rises to the top, you see?
But also our peanut butter doesn't have palm oil because palm oil stops there.
Ah, that's
So-
good then. We don't want palm oil.
No.
Unless of course you've got dry palms and then it might come in handy. So, tablespoon of that.
That's a very different tablespoon to the last.
That's it. So we'll add those in for you at the end.
Yes.
I'm just going to go get a couple of vibrations and then I'll be back.
I wondered what you're saying then. What Ali means by that when he says vibrations is he means microgreens. Now, these are the ones that I literally sewed with you in the other video and they are already like this. I think get some wheatgrass in there.
I like to come off the top.
Okay, but if you're holding it there, that's going to fall everywhere. So you want to hold it at the top and cut underneath.
No. Is that enough length for you? Like this.
Yeah.
Pinch, watch your fingers. Oof.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Will Smith would have been proud of that. Right, you've got this.
Yeah, and then you can take some of the pea shoots. I wouldn't put the fenugreek in there. The fenugreek I won't be sewing again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a few.
Where did you get those from?
They came with a knife set.
Did they?
Yeah, look, they match the knives.
Yeah, I like those.
Honestly, like just a cheapy set. Well,
Yeah, we got it from Amazon, didn't we?
cheap for what I got. And then last but not least, we're going to throw some ice in.
Yeah, so this is what it's looking like at the moment. We have loads of dried rose petals and smell that.
Lovely.
So put it in for the vibrations. One's for
Little
you
pinch.
and one for you.
I just stick on for 30 seconds on full.
Oh, wow.
A couple of these in.
Just two, yes. If you break them in half.
I'm aware.
Okay. That's got to go in the bin. No, don't put it in there because there's leftover smoothie in there.
No, it fell. Like the machines you get when you catch them. This.
Yeah, and then another one. Perfect. I'll give it a little whizzaroo. Thank you. That's perfect. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Oh, perfect. Cleaning up the mess.
Huh? What mess?
Smoothie of destiny.
Time of the year,
you know, someone's a happy chap when they sing all the time. Ali is. Oh, I don't know why he's singing Christmas songs. So I've come down to the wisteria room to give you not really a bit of an update, but kind of a bit of an update. I'm about to give the ensuite bathroom a bit of a zhuzh, and I know that I've had a couple of messages from people saying, oh, you've never revealed the en-suites, and it's because we haven't finished the bedrooms yet. You're going to see we've actually taken a step back. It's a long and boring story, but luckily it was no fault of mine, no fault of the people that made the bed. It just, we don't have a bed anymore. But what we do have is these random things that Ali bought that arrived completely incorrectly to what the advert said, so these are going back. But this is our very beautiful tin bath that is going to be going downstairs into the bathroom down there to give this house another bath, because we only have one bath in here at the moment. It's going to have a shower as well. I wish I could show you more. Now, if the bed was here, it's from Wittenberg, by the way. If the bed was actually in here, we wouldn't have been able to house this bath in here. So it's all worked out really well, because the delivery people sadly wouldn't take it downstairs to the lower ground floor. So we're going to have to get it somehow downstairs, probably over the banisters. But yes, this is going to be going down there. I will take you down there and give you an update. But what I want to do is dress this room, because this is the bathroom that I love so deeply, and Ali is going to film a little bit of a video and a reveal in here. So I'm going to give it a dress up. I'm going to pop some flowers and pots and things like that, some nice soaps out here. I hate it when toilet seats are left open. The only thing that's missing in here at the moment is hooks to go on the back of the door for dressing gowns, and I want a little cafe curtain for in here as well, but we're waiting for a few little bits to be done for in here. But other than that, I think we can get on. I would love to get more artwork in here, but at the moment this little vignette here makes me very, very happy, and so I want to share a little something of this room on the home account, which I don't know if I ever told you this. We changed the name of the home account from Lydia Millen Home to Millen Gordon Home, because obviously it's Ali's home too, and it felt very much like it was just my home when it was Lydia Millen Home, so we changed it, and I'm very happy. But this was ages ago and I didn't tell anyone, and so people are now like, did you delete your home account? And I'm like, no. So yes, zhuzhing in here. I need to sort out these towels, get rid of any bits that are a bit unsightly, and hopefully Ali can then film in here tomorrow. So first things first, we need to probably give the plants a bit of a refresh in here. Get a little bit of fresh ivy going on under here, because it always looks really lovely. Just popped in there. In here like so. And I do think that that needs to go there. I'm going to take out all of the random bits and pieces in here, because at the moment we've got a candle from the Wild Botanist and soap, and I want to put Bertioli stuff in here because it's my favourite. So I'm going to put a Bertioli candle and hand cream and hand wash. So, hand soap and dishes there. Looks nice. And then these I'm going to put in the cubby hole. And then I do think a little potted something or other on the window. Maybe this geranium. Someone's been messing around with my very carefully done towels. Oh gosh, Ali just came in from outside and said that there were 6 deers in the woods. Yes, this is quite a difficult job. Folding towels, a difficult job. These are the things that you say to yourself when you're on your own and you're not, like, you're away from the world of the internet, and you're just talking to yourself and the things that come out of your mouth. Folding towels is a difficult job, and then this is the problem with this as a job, because you go away and you watch it back and you're like, I just put it up on the internet, everyone will know that I'm just waffling away to myself, and the reality is no, Lydia, you can't say that on the internet, it's not a hard job. Oh dear. Anyway, Wisteria towel number 2. These towels are from London and Avalon, and they are bloomin' nice towels, I have to say. It takes a lot for me to share a whole unboxing of towels, and I did that with this brand because their stuff is so nice. But the one thing I would say is towels are such weird things. They just are never symmetrical. They're never, you put one corner of a towel to the other and it just it never matches. Well, that's on the wonk. Okay, those are definitely not the same size. Why is one so much thicker than the other? I don't care. I don't care. Well, I have done the best I can in terms of folding those towels, but everything is nice and styled in here. So just to give you a bit of a very, very mini tour, the mirror is from Rowan and Wren. We added in these oak beams and it made it nice and warm and cozy in here. Not everyone will like it, I love it. The lights are from Jim Lawrence and the lampshades are from Etsy. Pots and ivy are Hello Petal. These are a random assortment of glass jars that I've collected over the years. Bertioli hand and body lotion. And this is a little, what's the brand called? Every Story little ceramic dish set, which I think you could probably use this for like serving as well, a little dip, but I think it's a nice little trinket tray to put rings and earrings and then necklaces and bracelets in here, whatever you fancy. We've got a little geranium here, which I do think when this has a little softened cafe curtain, it will be really lovely in here. I kind of want to do something up here, like a trio of plates or something like that, because I think it will reflect so nicely in the mirror. Bathroom, these tiles are from Carpietra and they are very, very lovely. Add a little bit of warmth in here as well and some detail. We've got some cast iron bath company fixtures in here and a lovely shower. More Bertioli bits and bobs there. Toilet, I believe, is Burlington. This was a little find that Ali came across because this is like almost identical to the Lefroy Brooks one that we have in our bathroom, but was a 1/10 of the price. So we went with that. And I'm gonna pop a little towel on there. Floor is also Carpietra. This is the same floor as in my greenhouse. And I really love it. This is probably my favorite floor, other than the brick floor downstairs. Little basket is from the Basket Company. Actually, no, I think that's from Neptune because it comes with the Neptune sink. And that is, oh, the colour on the walls is The Botanist by Paint and Paper Library. Looks more green, it's a little bit muddier in person. And it was a bold move from me and a bold move that I believe paid off because I love it. I absolutely love it in here. Not for everyone, not everyone's taste, but it is mine. The final touch is just adding a little hand towel. I'm just gonna give it a sort of half and half fold and pop it over so that it's nice and warm for when people need to dry their hands. I think we're just missing one little candle. I'm gonna go and get a little Bertioli candle so that that can be lit when Ali is shooting in here. Good morning, everyone. I slothed on the sofa last night and I have been up very early. I've probably got the most tired eyes. I had Pilates this morning and that was my 4th workout of this week, and I did 4 workouts and a riding lesson last week. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can keep doing it. I might have to work it out how I'm going to actually do all of this. The horse riding, the Pilates, the gym. Might have to take a little bit of a back seat on some of them, I don't know, we'll have to see. But no, I may need to drop one day of like working out now that I'm going to be riding more. I finished my book last night, so I finished Winter Garden, or The Winter Garden. I can't see a the on the cover, and that has to be what So beautiful, harrowing, heartbreaking story. Not how I like to spend my downtime, I'm not gonna lie. That to me was like reading the news and knowing about all the harrowing things that have happened in the world. I have to do that at a very, very specific time in my life, and sitting on the sofa and reading such a harrowing story, I literally turned to Ali and I was like, I feel awful. But beautiful as well, and such a beautifully written. It was such a nice read, but it was a lot, and I'm going to be a bit more careful about what I read moving forward. I have downloaded a new book and slightly started it, but not. It does feel very, very me. So I thought I'd share with you the book that I'm reading. I hope it's okay that I do share books and things like that. It's almost like, for me, sharing it is a little bit like a book club, and you can read along and do the same if you want. I downloaded To Gain What's Lost, a Victorian saga. I'm going to read you the synopsis. She thinks her life has changed for the better, her dark secrets hidden, but little does she know. Dramatic pause. The daughter of a wealthy landowner in Yorkshire, England in 1864, Anna Thornton leads a privileged life, but she is not content. She wants her life to mean something and longs to be accepted for the free-thinking, independent woman she is, when the dashing adventurer Matt Cowan, that just doesn't seem like the right name for that era, sweeps her off her feet. She thinks she has finally met her soulmate. However, he's not the man she thinks he is. After he sails for South America, leaving her behind in England, Anna discovers she's pregnant. Heartbroken, she flees her family home, determined to keep her child's illegitimacy a secret. He has a few dark secrets of his own. I'm not going to read you anymore. Sounds like it's going to be set kind of in the area that I like, and not too seasonally driven, which I'm quite happy about. I'll let you know how I get on. It doesn't seem like a long read either, 307 pages. So should be good. I'll let you know. I will update you. That is how I tend to do it with these books. I like to update you in every video. It's my book club, and I will structure it how I want. I'm tired today, I'm not gonna lie, because what I found the last few nights is this is a big life change that is happening with Atlas coming, and I don't want you to think that this is just something that I'm doing and not really taking very seriously. So I have actually been waking up in the middle of the night and then struggling to get back to sleep, just because, and I did the same thing when we first got Porter. Lumi was sort of like I've had cats my whole life, so it didn't feel quite so daunting. But I'd never had my own dog, and dogs are far more dependent than cats generally. And I remember when I was holding Porter in my arms when we were driving home, it like hit me like a ton of bricks that like, oh my gosh, I'm totally responsible for this dog. Not that I hadn't thought about that before, but I think the realization of it. And so now that we are T-minus, it must be less than 48 hours now until, yeah, it's definitely less than 48 hours until Atlas arrives. I'm just, you know, you want to do right by animals, and I'm so lucky, like I keep saying, I'm so lucky that I have Claudia, because I can message her and she instantly puts my mind at ease, because one of the things that we're doing is like thinking about changing foods and thinking about putting on different supplements and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh my god, what if he like colics, and I'm like having all of these panics about him. And I just know that it's completely normal. And like I spoke about it previously, like if I was having a baby, this would be a first. I think this would be so much more daunting, because you can't have a baby on full livery. I mean, you can, it's called a nanny, but it's still not the same. It's not the same. And so I am taking it very seriously, and it's just, you know, it's going to be an adaptation. And I know the moment that I am riding him in a few days' time, I will be like, you've made the right choice. It's just one of those things. So I'm a little bit like bleary-eyed and certainly not bushy-tailed this morning. I am wearing my favourite outfit. I honestly think this is my favourite outfit of all time. I've just filmed it for TikTok and Instagram as well. Let me show you it. Not that you haven't already seen it, because I have already worn it, but I've styled it up slightly differently. I had to send back, I bought the Beaufort and Blake suede jeans in a size 8, because I wanted them a little bit more loose and easy to wear around the house. I like this size because it feels a little bit more smart and put together. I could like wear this outfit to go to London or whatever, but I wanted something a little bit more relaxed in the white, and there was a little popper missing, so I've just exchanged them and getting another size. And then I'm literally wearing like full Beaufort and Blake, because this is a Beaufort and Blake shirt, this is their classic Oxford shirt, and then this jumper that I think I got it in a sale. I can't remember if I did, I'm sure I did. In fact, I think I was shocked that this was in the sale. Like, there's so much good knitwear in the sale at the moment. Yeah, I think I got it in the sale. Did I get it in the sale? Oh, Lydia, your old age. But anyway, I love this like layering, because Ali went to the Dunhill fashion show, and I think I mentioned it, that everything is like about the neck at the moment, and obviously I've been wearing a lot of silk scarves, and they're really coming back at the moment, but this is like another way to add that regalness to an outfit, that sort of almost preppy vibe. Doing a shirt underneath a mock turtleneck or a turtleneck, either way, and just getting that like of the collar, and then obviously the sleeves as well. Ali's been doing this, it's kind of a style I stole from him, but when he showed me the Dunhill fashion show, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like so blooming inspired. Anyway, I've told you this already. Love this. This outfit is just me in a nutshell. This is my comfort zone. This is me at home, but also with the addition of a coat, you can literally make it so smart. Like, I think this is just such a gorgeous outfit for going to London, and with my little pooch like this, it's so smart. I feel so smart. And it's so weird, because you know what I'm like, I'm usually like, oh Lydia, I need to be in dresses and that kind of thing. Obviously it's not really proper dress weather yet, but this to me is like, I've not tried, but there feels like there's effort, and effort is a lovely thing about outfits. But also this is something that I can wear again and again and again, because these are like staples in my wardrobe. So yeah, loving my outfit today. Obviously I'm not going anywhere now, so this is how I will be dressed. Now I always get questions when people are like, oh, you're not wearing any socks. Our entire house, except for this floor, is underfloor heating, so my feet are always the coziest of all of me, because the heat is literally rising for the majority of the time. But yes, I'll link this down below if it's still in stock, because I am doing a reel of me getting dressed. So yeah, I thought I'd show you what I'm wearing today. Now, because I've been so organised, I'm only waiting for one thing to be delivered for Atlas, and that is his head collar, which has Colin on one side and Atlas on the other. So I'm having a bit of a day pottering. One of the things that I need to do is, I bought these things on Amazon, and it took me months, if not years, to use these, and I finally put them to work, and they actually work. I think I was just skeptical they wouldn't work, and these are shoe stretchers. Now I have a number of shoes that actually I think are a little bit too small for me, or I've got quite wide feet. Either or. And I use these on a pair of my Emmy London shoes, because I think when I've been walking around London, my feet aren't swollen. When I'm just at home, my feet swell. And we know that my feet swell even if I just like look at them in the wrong way. And so actually giving my feet some space has been very, very helpful. So I'm going to do it on another pair of my Emmy London shoes, which are these gorgeous red ones that I wore to the Glamour Women of the Year Awards when I wore the red dress suit. I have to be honest, my feet needed a little bit more space, especially when I started having glasses of champagne. So I'm going to show you what I do just to give you an idea. So you kind of screw them out of here. So it's like it's a very weird contraption, but it actually works. There we go. So let's slide it in there. There we go. So you kind of close it off like that. Let me get you a little bit lower, and slide as far in as you possibly can, and then you use this little ujjayi to hold it in place, so you can actually really push this in there. So you can stretch them that way and that way. By twizzling this will push into the back here, like so, and you also screw down. So actually what you want, sorry, I'm doing this completely back to front, you want to screw this in first so that you've got it really stretching out the toe, and then you screw this backwards so that it's nice and taut, and you just leave it for as long as possible. See, this is really stretching now. Oh, you can hear the noise. And you just push this up like so. I reckon I could probably do with taking a size and a half to a size up in some Emmy London. Like the flats, I'm always a 5, but I think I could possibly take a 5.5 or a 6 in some of the heels, just to give my feet that little bit of space to go, when I have a glass of champagne. Okie dokie. Let's leave that to do its thing and repeat on the other one. You can get these from Amazon, by the way, which I think I'm going to be using these a whole lot more after they worked on my other pair. So hopefully I'll get a little bit more use out of shoes now that I can stretch them out a little bit more. And voila. There we go. Right, gosh, it's a bit of a mission, but it does work. So I'm going to leave those in for a few days now and let them stretch out. Also, you'll have to let me know whether you enjoy like vlogs like this, where there's kind of like a bit of everything. I know obviously I have to kind of think of like the most concise title sometimes, and that is so hard. And you really do like to come down on me like a ton of bricks when I maybe don't please you all with it. But it's not easy, and so I really like a little bit of everything, a little bit of chatting, a little bit of pottering, a little bit of life events, a little bit of whatever. But I appreciate that sometimes someone wants like a concise video, but I'm just not very good at those. I'm like a chatty person. Let me know. Well, the pottering in here has come to an end. Oh God, I never know which light is which. And I've just had dinner. I've had my nails done. Ali made a very, very delicious chicken and rice dish, and I've got some leftover rice to freeze on baking paper and then pop into my stashes. The other thing that I'm going to do, I've ordered my root trainers. Thank you to the lovely lady who suggested that I got those for my sweet peas, because that was the one thing I didn't buy last year. And the strength of the root with sweet peas is super important. So I've got those coming on Saturday. And once my sweet peas are in their root trainers, because they're good to go, I'll show you those tomorrow probably. I'm gonna do a load of sprouts. So you know when you put a load of seeds in and sprout them, they're like a different kind of microgreens. And now that I've got these stashes, I'm gonna try to sprout a load of them, because these are the ones that pack in the most nutrients. Because literally, if you were to sprout something and throw it on the ground outside, it would grow. So it's got the most amount of energy and nutrients in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprout a load of them, and then I'm going to wash them and then freeze them in the freezer so that we can add them to dishes. So it's like a different type, and I'm going to see how the freezing process goes. So this is a bit of an experiment with you that I'm going to do, but I can't do it until I get my sweet peas out of there. Ali and I are just doing something which I think is probably going to become one of my most favorite things. Obviously, both Ali and I like to listen to a certain type of book, a lot of like self-development types of books, but we've got 2 books that really, really like rocked our worlds, which was The Daily Stoic and The Courage to be Disliked. We really loved The Courage to be Disliked. We both listened to it last year because it's kind of like a dialogue between 2 people, the philosopher and the student. And we have been discussing a certain like section in the book and working out what we interpret it as, and just kind of, it's really fascinating going through and discussing it in depth. And I feel like that's like another element to really utilizing the tools that are in this book, because it is one of those books that is life-changing, and it's almost like setting you free of all of the constraints that you don't realize that you put yourself in, and like boxes that you put yourself in. Oh, I'm this, so I must stay here, and I'm this, and this is from my past, and I must be like this. Super interesting. So we're going to pop the fire on, cuddle under a blanket, and dissect a section of the book, even though we've already listened to it before. Good morning, everyone. It is now the day before Atlas arrives, and I didn't do any reading of my book yesterday. I did exactly what I said we were going to do. Ali and I dissected a section of a book, which the book is The Courage to be Disliked. One thing we learned a while ago was when we listened to Solve for Happy by Mo Gawdat. That was kind of like our first book reading into like self-development and mind management and that kind of thing, and we read it at the same time, and we dissected it kind of in sections at the same time, and it was a really lovely experience. And so we started doing it last night, and I would say that it is a wonderful way to engage in different and challenging conversations with your partner. What I would say is you need someone that obviously isn't going to get too het up with things, and that can have a calm, considered conversation, even if they don't like agree with things. But also it has to be a book that you both enjoy. You can't just go and like force what you like on someone. And so this might seem really obvious, but also it is such a great way to, if you can't necessarily get an understanding or a meaning of something, to have someone else's perspective there and then that you can like access and be like, no, this is actually what I took from what that person was saying there, or something like that, if you're interested in that kind of thing. So it was a very nice evening, and I had a very, very good night's sleep. Slept all the way through, which makes me very, very happy. Today, I am up because I have a meeting, just like a content meeting for the year ahead. And I am really, really looking forward to it. So I'm just getting myself a little bit like ready and refreshed. Once that meeting is over, I am jumping in my car and I'm going for my first ever osteopath appointment. I've actually never seen an osteopath. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what happens. I don't know anything about it. I probably should have read up about it beforehand. I'm going because one of my people that I see, like my acupuncturist, she's suggested that I go because there's a lot of unalignment in my hips, and I actually do get quite a lot of like discomfort there, and also they can potentially help with like headaches and things like that. So we're just going for a little bit of a like body MOT. So I've been on the waiting list for this for such a long time, so I'm really excited to see whether there's anything that can be done to help me. And then once that's done, I have a riding lesson. So I will come back, I will get changed and head to my riding lesson. Ali is recording a podcast today for our friend Mark Whittle, who has the podcast Take Flight, which we've both been on previously, and super interesting like podcast. He has such great guests, and also he's just super interesting as a person. And Ali doesn't often do podcasts like this, but he knows Mark, and he knows the type of person that Mark is. Great guy. And so they're just gonna have a chat about things, I think. Ali's like someone that's just very, very, doesn't ever really do these kinds of things. And so I think it's always lovely when he does open up a little bit like this, because Ali's very, very interesting. You'll know he's like sometimes in my videos and sometimes not, but that's because he's just like very different with how he approaches online, and I totally get why that is. So yes, busy day today. Busy day in the Lydia Millen sense anyway. And I'm just gonna try and get myself all ready, organised and set for tomorrow, which I can't believe it's here. I can't believe it's here. Can't believe it's here. So I'm doing my makeup at the moment just so I look presentable. You might have noticed I'm not actually wearing mascara on most days at the moment. I've got quite dark eyelashes anyway. Sometimes when I put mascara on, what I was explaining to my friend last night is that my eyelashes go from like 0 to 100. Like here, I feel like they look quite nice and fresh. The moment that I touch a mascara wand to my eyelashes, it is like doll lashes. It's why I use eyelash serums so much, because I'm actually trying to just have good eyelashes rather than needing to like enhance them. So it's why the like offer that is with Hairburst at the moment is such a great one, because it means that you could essentially get a free supply of eyelash serums just through your supplements. And that to me is like the habit stack of all habit stacks, first and foremost, but also it's almost like a habit stack hack, because you are able to tick something off your list with a subscription, get something for free, and still address and like take care of something about yourself that you want to take care of that is the ultimate. So I'll pop all of the details in the description box down below about the subscription service, and you can save up to essentially 20% on your hair birth supplements, as well as getting free products like the hair mask and the eyelash serum. And that to me is an absolute no-brainer. So I'll pop it down below. I've also got my discount code, which is Lydia HB, and that will get you 10% site-wide. So if there's anything else that takes your fancy, then you can do it there. But that's why at the moment you might be looking at me thinking something's different, and it really is that I don't like wearing too much makeup nowadays. So I wear a mineral powder, a little bit of like on-the-spot concealer. I still use by Terry, this is finished now. But I'm actually thinking about going to the less tanned one for winter. A little bit of bronzer, a little bit of like lip tinty colour, and that is it at the moment on my everyday sort of look, because I just think it's a little bit softer. It's so much quicker. Oh my gosh, I've got 10 minutes. So much quicker, and I feel like I look a bit fresher. It's nice putting on makeup, and I love doing my makeup, but like I don't need to look like I'm going on a night out every single day, if that makes sense. So that is kind of my thought process anyway. So next up, I'm going to pop a little bit of bronzer on. I've also got a little hair somewhere that is tickling my eye. This is a job for hairbrush. The lighting is very dark today. We are in the midst of Storm Eowyn. And it's actually quite a serious storm for the UK. I think it's like the first red weather warning, so we do have to be careful. It does mean that it's often a little bit darker in the UK, so if you can't see what I'm doing, or as you can see, my top half is dark and then there's like light here, it is not my bad makeup application. I mean, it could be, who knows? I certainly don't, because I would keep doing it. A little bit of bronzer, and that to me gives me a little bit of like flushed colour. This is enough, to be honest. Like, I don't need much more. So I'm ready for my meeting. I'm gonna get some clothes on, ready for the day. And what I'm doing is I'm putting like a shorts, like gym shorts and a cami underneath my jeans, so that I don't have to go in my underwear, because it's a gentleman that I'm going to see, and I'm the type of girl that's like, I don't like men massaging me, and I'm more of like a girly girl, so it makes me feel strange. So I'm going to do that so that I feel a bit more comfortable in my gym kit. So anyway, let's get ready, let's get on the call, and let's do some planning for the year ahead. Okay, we are ready. Another day, another gorgeous jumper. This is from a brand called Herd, and this is the branding. This is their Fleetwood jumper in moss small. Expensive brand, but what I love is they're all about sustainable heritage knitwear using the finest wool from the northwest of England. I bought this a few months ago, and I love it because it literally has all of the information. So it's made within a 150-mile radius of the sheep farms in the northwest of England. It's made from 100% pedigree blue-faced Leicestershire wool and the finest of the British breeds. It literally has a full backstory, so you know what you're wearing is like a wonderful piece, and you're really supporting like Britain in terms of like British brands with this. And I absolutely love the colours. This is the perfect neck as well to do your little collar pop as well. Anyway, I'm jumping on the call. Where's my call?
Good morning.
Hi. Morning. Sorry, I'm always the one that's late, because I honestly, I don't think I will ever get to grips with these things. Everyone is different. The links come in differently. Everything is different. And I'm like my mum trying to use her phone whenever I go on a voice call. So I've like leaned into the fact that I am just bad at this. I'm terrible. I think when we first started working together, it was like a sort of, let's get loads of stuff out. And I think now my approach post Evergreen to life is even different from then. And I really just want to make sure that I'm putting the things that they want and need when it comes to that kind of like access onto the blog. I want to keep it going. I'm from that era. I'm always going to be that girl that's like, yay, blogs, even when it's like this thing that doesn't get as much love as TikTok, for example. Getting recipes up that I do for me, translating those kinds of things onto a blog is so difficult anyway. And I don't know about you, but when I Google a recipe on the internet, the websites are hectic. Quality over quantity. Gosh, that's not even really something that...
I don't think we've ever been asked that.
And I don't think it's something that... dare I say it, I don't think it's something that has ever factored in. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's like maybe that's not the right platform. When I wrote Evergreen, it was sort of like, it's still a very new concept for this side of society. For now, that book still has so much life that I'm just happy to let that do its thing. Well, the best fun is to be had with the little guys, in my opinion. That's where you have the best fun. 50,000 seasons in a day. It is now sunny. There is still very much a storm outside though. So it's not like a get in the greenhouse kind of day, in my opinion. It is very much a hunker down, wrap your scarf round, put on a coat, and hope for the best type of day. I froze some rice last night, ready to go into my stackers. So these are little parcels in baking paper that I've frozen so that I can then pop them into the stacker so that I can then pull them out. Stackers? Stashes? Stackers, stashes. Stashes, but the stashes are just being washed in the dishwasher at the moment, so I'll do that with you later. I now need to get all my stuff together, ready to go to my osteopath appointment. So as I said, I've got some shorts underneath that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. I've got my papers that I need to take with me, must not forget. Hello. Fast forward a little bit. I've been to my osteopath appointment and I am currently sat in the car talking to you just before I head off to my riding lesson. The reason why I'm in the car talking to you is because Ali is recording a podcast with his friend Mark Whittle in the house, so I obviously can't faff and chat and bang around and talk to you guys. So I'm being considerate and I'm out in the car. I would also not normally be going to a riding lesson in this car. However, I am blocked in, so other than moving all of the cars around, I'm going in this one. So yes, it's all I can do. I have been to the osteopath, like I said, and I don't know what to tell you. This might be one of the most bizarre experiences of my life, and I say bizarre in the most positive sense of the word. It was totally not what I would have expected. I assumed going to an osteopath would be quite a painful experience. This was not that. Essentially, I had my leg wiggled and he put his hand like on my tummy and on my back and sort of worked my hips. Very minimal. And I can't explain to you how bizarre I feel at this moment in time. So first of all, we talked about my headaches and how my headaches feel like pressure in my head, whether I have a rush of emotion and blah. Even now when I'm talking to you, my jaw feels strange. It feels like my jaw is much looser, which would obviously also play into these headaches. But when I was driving home, it felt like my ears were trying to pop, which I was not going through a change in like pressure in terms of the air. We live in quite a flat area. And so that was really strange in itself. He worked on a number of different things, my ankle, my hips, my shoulders, but they were all sort of interconnected. Not one moment of it hurt. And I obviously warned him when I was in the thing. I was like, whatever you do, please, is it okay if you just don't touch my left leg? Because I had an accident and it was blunt force trauma against my tibia. And my leg swelled up and I'm still really, really tender there. So like even pulling on riding breeches and things like that and tight clothes and leggings is really sore. And he was like, okay, fine. He also had a dog, which I'm sorry, the moment that you've got a dog, you're a special kind of person, especially a dog in your office. And as we got to the end of the session, he said, and I am now going to work on your leg, the leg that you told me not to touch. And I said, okay, it's really tender. And he's like, I know. I know. And he worked on it. And then he asked me to touch it after he'd worked on it. It didn't hurt when he worked on it. He asked me to touch it, and it was like it had been numbed. It was the weirdest thing. He basically said that from the blunt force trauma, it had almost like fused the ligaments with my bone, so there wasn't blood flowing through, so there was a blockage and a build-up, and he's released that, and it was like it was numb. And he even went on the point where the blunt force trauma was, and I was like, if he hadn't have done that, I don't think I would have been paying attention on the way home to how much my body feels different. I don't know, but it's just really overwhelming right now for me, because he did this thing with my breathing as well. At the beginning, he asked me to breathe in, and I went, and then he did some movements, and then he asked me to breathe in again, and I went, and I was like, what have you just done? And he was like, you were like, I don't even know how he explained it to me, but he was just basically explaining why I was going, because my body was having to work to get the air in. And now like my breathing feels different. I'm obviously playing this by ear, and I will always check with a clinic before I disclose their information. Also, Carrie always tells me not to, because we'll never ever get an appointment again. But my mind is actually, I was a fully paying customer. Okay, just to put that, I know that really doesn't matter with me, because I really do think I will always tell you my honest thoughts on things. And if I don't tell you about it, then, you know, I paid for this, I booked in, I've waited 3 months for this appointment, and I don't really know. I keep texting Carrie being like, I feel so weird. Like, I've not got a headache, but he said it could take sort of 2 to 3 weeks for things to sort of settle. I've not got a headache, but like, I can feel that I've had headaches, and there may be one that is like, it's trying to, but it can't. I'm obviously still in the habitual side of things. I've got myself into a place where when I'm leaving the house, I'm like, you need to take a headache tablet, because what if you get a headache when you're out? Blah, 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 blah. I need to get out of that habitual side of things, but very strange. Anyway, that's 5 minutes of me talking to you about how strange this is. Strange in a good way. Strange in an incredibly hopeful way, because I know that if you've watched my channel for a while, you'll know that the headaches that I've suffered since lockdown have been such a difficulty that I have struggled with. And the gua sha, it was the first thing that I was like, okay, that worked, but that's just alleviating the symptom. I want to find what is causing the headaches. So I'm still very much searching for what that is. However, I'm going to keep reporting back to you on how this goes. I am hopeful. Like, my shoulder feels weird. It's so weird. Like, I hold a lot of like tension around my shoulders, and it just feels so odd, like my whole body. And also my hips, you used to be able to look at my fallula and you could see that one of my hips was like lower, and it was, my fallula was on a diagonal, and now my fallula is straight. And I don't understand, because he just wiggled my leg and put his hand on my tummy and my back. I mean, that's not just what he did, but like, what? What? Anyway, now I'm doing exactly what he's told me not to do, and I'm going horse riding, which is really bad. He did say, I told you that I'm not advising you to go and do it. I'm not telling you not to, but it's my lesson, and I don't have many lessons in at the moment, and so I take full responsibility if this ruins my results, okay? I take full responsibility that I decided to do this. So yes, we're heading to the stables for my last ride before Atlas comes. Oh my gosh, you can tell I've been for a riding lesson. Look at the state of me. This time. Amazon, of course. Oh dear. Sorry about that, but I have the very exciting parcel. So this is his special posh head collar, but I believe matches Romeo's one as well, although obviously they have their own names on them. And this is the one that has both his names, and he will let me know, I believe, which is the right name. But I wanted him to have a smart head collar. So on one side, Atlas, and on the other side, it says Colin. So either way, he will have his name, basically. I'm gonna wait to do his stable plaque though, because obviously I don't want to confuse everyone else too much, but there is his posh one. I got this from Old Mill Saddlery and I love it. It just feels like, it just feels nice and sturdy. And I have to be honest, I looked at a, I think it was a Kentucky Equine one, and it said it was faux leather, and I was like, and it was more expensive than this. I think it might have been a misprint though. But either way, we have the head collar and we have a chocolate brown lead rope as well. So he's got those bits already. Now I am absolutely sorry. Oh my gosh, I've just realised. It is literally the same colour as my Hermes bag. I can't believe it. Not that it matters, because I'll never be wearing this around him, but regardless, it matches. Oh my goodness, this car is so loaded up. It is ridiculous. I have all of my stuff here. There's bags, there's boots, there's coats, there's hats, there's sticks, there's everything that's in the back. His new head collar is in my bag, literally here, his leather one. We are set to go. He's on his way here as we speak. He's gonna probably be here around about midday-ish, I reckon. So I'm gonna head there, just check that his stable's all prepped and ready to go. His food's ready, everything is in line for his lordship's arrival. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but let's go welcome my first horse. We have arrived to Atlas's new home, and we're just going to go up to the feed room to drop some bits off and start getting settled. Hello, moo cows. In here. This is our little feed bin for the boys, all stocked and ready to go. So this is some of the stuff that we went and bought the other day, isn't it?
Yes.
Perfect.
This is all of our feed.
Amazing.
You'll need these shortly.
Oh gosh. Oh, my new life. Not in Kansas anymore, Lydia. Welcome to Atlas's stable.
Please put that on YouTube.
Yeah. And we're ready to give him his first heyday.
She's a question.
The wheelbarrow. Right, what do we need to pick up?
That. Those sticks. Off she goes.
So we are going through the field at the moment and just picking up any of the twigs that they could roll on, just so they can have a good rub-a-dub and not hurt themselves. So, putting the new wheelbarrow to the test, cleaning up their bedroom for them. Bloomin' heck, there's loads. He's here! Oh my goodness! It looks almost like too small for him. Oh my gosh, his big bottom. He looks so smart. Do you want a bar? Oh, say goodbye to Mummy. Can't believe you're here. Charlie's here. Colin is here. Yes.
Everybody's here.
Yes. Silly. I know. You're rubbing yourself all over your mummy. Well, your new mummy, anyway. Big boy. You're a big boy. I know. Big boy. Big boy. Good boy. So, this is where he's going to be in his little... Yes, you're so smart. And Charlie is here, and she's just driven all the way up with Colin. I feel like we need to get the thumbnail with Colin.
We do, don't we?
Oh, I love it! You eat my hair, Georgie. Now, what I have to learn is to be a lot more strong with you, because I am used to smaller.
Yes.
So I'm.
But he's gentle.
Yeah.
And you just have to, you know, be firm. Tell him who's boss.
Yeah.
He's very over enthusiastic.
Yeah.
And will push you around.
Yeah.
He's just
Snoot.
he's such a darling.
Snoot.
Yeah.
No!
Happy because he wouldn't do it if he wasn't comfortable. He's such a ruddy man.
Oh. Hello, my boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. You're doing okay. Got one more. One more. Come on, there you go. Come. Sorry, I'm trying to do what I always do and like vlog these really special moments. This is right. I just can't believe it's happened. And I feel like, you know, when there's like so much going on around you and you're like trying to take it all in. And I just want to, like, you know when you just want to spend some like quiet time, but I'll get loads of that. He's coming over to see me now. But I think I just need to go and maybe have a cup of tea and like calm down, because I find these things so overwhelming when there's like lots of people around. Hello. Hi. Hi, my boy. Hi. I know, it's all very overwhelming for you too. Oh dear. You coming with? You coming with? You know, when you just need to have a good cry. I think it's that. But yeah, I find these things when so many people are around, I find it really overwhelming, and it's just a lot. And so I think I'm gonna go and have a cup of tea. He's going with. You coming with? I know. I know. I know. I know, I know, I know. You're so beautiful and big. You're so beautiful. Now that things have calmed down, I can take you in and show you where he's going to be. I mean, I've obviously showed you these little bits and pieces, but he's in here. His bed is made. He's got a lovely hay net in here. This is obviously such a game changer because this is just a constant water feed as well. We've got his lovely rug that says Colin on it. I have been calling him Colin all day, so I don't know whether that's it. Who knows? But yeah, it's a lovely little space in here, and I've got little ledges that I can leave things on and show you the stables like this. But my biggest thing that I need to do now is obviously get I need to be a little bit firmer with him, just because I'm quite soft. I'm used to sausage dogs who are like this big, so yeah, that's basically how it all is. But yeah, I'm going to go and sit with him in the field for a little bit as well. This is where we're going to keep all of our little bits and bobs. Mike is building this for us at the moment. He's bringing a screwdriver tomorrow to put it all together. We'll keep rugs and all of that kind of stuff here, back protectors, you name it, it'll all go in here. And then go down the stairs. How are you feeling?
Excited. Happy.
Got all of these gorgeous ladies. Oh, someone's coming through. Hello. Hello. Yes. Yes. Come on, Smarty Pants! Come on! Look at you! Look at you!
Hi.
Hello! It's all very exciting, isn't it? He's having his first. You're having your first meal. You're having your first meal. Happy hoof. Little happy hoof. Nice. What's that on the floor? Bit of wood. Bit of wood, yeah. Well, I am heading home. Claudia is going to bring him in. Oh! So we're going to say goodbye. Don't you come over. You're going to make me come over there again. Sorry, I am a bit skew-whiff here, but I've come to sit in the bedroom just because I am very wind-battered, snotty, covered in horse food, poo and mud. And I just kind of wanted to debrief because I really struggle with moments like that, just being completely honest. It's so overwhelming because I have such a rush of emotion because something big is happening in my life and it's a moment of change, and trying to capture that in a concise way when there's a lot of things going on. My focus is pretty much just on him. Like I just wanted him to know that, like, I know I'm new and you don't know me that well, but like I want to be like a calm presence for him. So I'm trying to just be there. And if he wants to come over and sniff, and if he wants to say hello, I'm also seeing what he answers to as well. I'm saying Colin, I'm saying Atlas. I have to be honest with you. I think it's probably just a tone of voice thing. But when I said Atlas, he generally was responding better. So it's not that I'm like biased. I'm totally happy for him to tell me. Yeah, I just wanted to be a little bit like, you know, when something happens and I kind of just wanted to just sit with him, but there was so much still to do. It was super intense, and that I even set off the alarm in the tack room. It's just one of those things that, like, I've got to get used to things. And one of my biggest hurdles with him is going to be overcoming my fear of being firm with him. Like not, you know, what's the word? Not overbearing or harsh in any way. Just he's an unbelievably big animal, and I need to let him know that I'm there. And that's my hardest thing. I'm used to sausage dogs, I'm used to cats, I'm not used to quite as big as him. And so building my confidence up in that is what my instructor tells me. It's what Claudia tells me. I need to build my confidence to be firm but kind in the way that I want to be with him. And I know that he's the perfect horse for that because he's such a great horse. And he seemed really settled when we were there with him, which was really, really good. You know, he was inquisitive. He wants to get to know us and he wants to smell, and I just kind of want to be there for him to smell. So yes, I'm gonna head early, I think, to be there for his morning, for his breakfast, and then we're gonna go and get Romeo, and I'm going to hopefully capture them meeting. So I am going to leave this vlog here. I feel like it's been super long, another super long one, but I hope it all kind of makes sense. I always feel really bad on Charlie because she just did it amazingly. She drove him all the way out for us. And then I get overwhelmed. It's almost like a form of like stage fright. I just get so overwhelmed and I don't know, I don't know how to combat it. I really wish I did. It's just, I need to be quite quiet in moments that are quite emotional, and that's hence why I was crying because it was just too much for me. Anyway, I will see you guys in my next video, and this is the start of a lot more, hopefully, riding content and a lot of a different approach to life in general. So it's exciting.